that woolly cow shit? Did a woolly cow drown in here?
Excuse me. The pool plaza is currently closed to guests.
Hello.
Oh, you're that inspector. Right. Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of it stinking worse than my boss. What can I do for you?
You're pretty heavily armed for a pool guard, aren't you?
Yeah, it's part of the job. I think I'm listed as a security consultant. But all that really means is that if I'm caught without this thing, I get put on pool guard duty. I don't know what happens if I'm caught without it on pool guard duty, but I know that I don't want to find out.
Why does the pool look all green?
Space me if I knew. I got here for my shift this morning and found it this way. They can't yell at me for this one, which is good, because a lot of folks seem upset by it.
This morning? So it happened just before the Spectrum Brown launch?
Gee, you're pretty sharp. Yeah, the reception party would have extended out here, but we had to close it off. What with the contamination. And now the reception ain't happening anyway. Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own spit in the orchards. Guess he won't be helping.
Face down in his own spit?
Look, I call it how I see it. They found the poor slackwit alongside syringes enough to put down a herd of mantisaurs. His family will have to be fined. Rizzo should have been more careful about who they hired. They're lucky nothing got permanently damaged.
I think I could help. I found the sun powder earlier and mixed something for the pool.
Wow, they should have just cut out the wage garnisher and hired you. Why don't you add your mix to the pool doohickey over yonder? Well, that's usually what the last guy did.
I got some questions.
So long as you don't want to go in, I can answer anything you like.
You said that Rizzo's hired someone to do the cleaning?
Yep, still dead. Usually Rizzo's is pretty good at making sure the people they hire ain't got tripicale for brains, but that fella clearly wasn't worth trusting. I met him briefly once. Seemed level-headed enough, but that must have been just a front. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made such a mess of things.
All right. Thank you.
Sounds good to me.
Analysis discrepancy. The chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the purpleberry orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
Oh, you were right. It is woolly cow shit, Nyoka. Someone has scratched a sentence in the field planet. Irian was here. Very good, Sam. All right, here we go.
Oh, thanks a million, Inspector. The smell cleared right up. Well, in a couple hours, the guests might even be back. Then I actually gotta start doing my job. Of course, we're not gonna get a follow-up shipment for the water anytime soon, so they'll have to content themselves on the deck. I got a little something for making my job that much less miserable. It's the key to our storeroom. If my boss asks, you never met me.
A key. I think we both know my work was worth a little more than that.
I guess I can spare a few bits. And, here, this pack of smokes. Sorry, they don't really load me up with the goods. I gotta get back to it if you don't mind, Inspector.
All right.
Thanks again for all the cleaning assistance, Inspector. I can think clearly again.
Let's go talk to that guy. All right, you.
Something must have gotten lost between you and me. I seem to recall asking you to acidify the pool, not to do slugs work for them.
Telling you I'd ruin the pool kept you from finding someone else to ruin it. I led you on.
Hell, guess I corralled myself. Sometimes you're the saboteur, sometimes you get sabotaged. Part of the business. Everyone's ambitions get in the way of everyone else's ambitions. It's how Halcyon works. Now, run along while I go back to my plotting. I don't think the two of us have more to say to each other.
Uh-oh.
On it!
Alert! Turret alert!
Your friend!
Substance is resistant to single others. Congratulations, customer! Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
Where are the other ones, guys? Oh. All right, let's go talk to this imbecile. What is crackalackin', everybody? It's JTVOCG, and now we are going to go see Dumb Boy.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access, and... Welcome to the Piraeus Spaceport.
All right.
Eyes up. I think we're about to be mysteriously assailed.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Slug Light Underground don't like that much.
If you had anything to do with Sublight, you'd have started shooting about 12 words ago.
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm! Draw! What? Why ain't you doing nothing? You scared of us? Huh? Huh? Yeah, I'm sorry. We're sorry. Please don't hurt us. We're not bad people. We're just, confused.
Leave and live. Stay and die.
I don't need to tell us twice. Come on, all. Let's get the hell out of here.
Well, how do you like that, Nyoka?
I don't understand the obsession folks have with celebrities. People talked a lot about Spencer. A lot. Even on Monarch. Then we meet the guy and he's just a guy. Nothing special. You ask me, folks ought to focus more on being the best version of themselves, not the best version of some fantasy figure.
Well, it's not bad to, like, delve into fantasy. Imagination is what separates us from other people. Or animals. Right, Sam?
Every SAM unit comes lean, mean, and ready to clean.
You see? Sam knows. I'm helping you.
Unclean counters, unswept floor, unhygienic vendor. This is unacceptable.
You heard him. Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry, the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. I'm Marketeer Joseph Dempsey, here to make your shopping experience as pleasant and normal as possible.
Standard and unremarkable, you said. Maybe you should invest in an advertising seminar.
Hey, folks take a lot of comfort in knowing their neighborhood general store is unchanging, eternal, like the land beneath their feet or the air in their lungs. Whoops, forgot I ain't supposed to poeticize on work time. The drab nature of our store profits is what I meant. Now, can I sell you anything?
You actually had a good point there.
Hey, you! I got something I need to speak with you about.
Oh, yeah?
Hey there. Word around the spaceport is that you came in on the Unreliable. You a new crewmate?
I'm Hawthorne, captain of the Unreliable.
Cut the shit. I know Hawthorne's captain of that ship, and I know you ain't him. You want to try again?
Well, Dent Fleetman. Sorry to tell you, but Hawthorne's dead. The ship was left to me.
I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if you're flying his ship, it means you're a freelancer too. Wonder if you can help me.
I'm listening.
I run an outfit for the moving of less than legal goods. There's a particular piece of cargo needs delivering to a particular individual in the spaceport. Thing is, I don't know where the cargo is right now. The crewmate who handles that is in the clink for getting a little too disorderly in town. We've already attracted too much attention. Too risky to visit her myself. That's where you come in. You help us out, I'll give you an equal cut of our pay.
I'm in. What do you need me to do?
Great to hear. First, you need to go meet the crewmate who got herself jailed. Cassidy Mills is the name. She'll know where the cargo is.
Okay. Couldn't you have avoided this if both of you knew where the cargo was?
Could, but there'd go our plausible deniability. Technically, I don't know about any smuggled cargo, and Cassidy hasn't moved anything herself. If the constable asks, I can't find any contraband cargo, and Cassidy doesn't know how it got here or what's in it.
How she'll know I'm working for you?
Oh, yeah, right. We have a secret phrase. I like boneless spratwurst. Say that and she'll know you're a friend.
Boneless sprat. That could be a euphemism for something. Does she really like boneless sprat? Interesting passphrase, and who came up with that?
Well, I did, of course. I'm something of a savant when it comes to secret codes, if I do say so myself.
Personally, I think you're a boneless spratwurst. I'll get going.
Be seeing ya. Remember, Cassidy's at the constabulary. She might be a little wary, so be careful.
Hello?
Haven't seen you around before, but that ain't no problem. All are welcome at the Copper Bottom Cantina, so long as their bits are good, huh? Can I get you something?
Anything interesting happen around here?
Nah. No, but some folks have been saying there was some kind of fight between a mechanical and some spacers last night. I didn't see it myself, and seems far-fetched. Deputy Wine Taster ain't exactly prone to wandering, nor are most other mechanicals that I'm aware of. There's a new Void Dan burn on my nice clean floor, but I think it's the doing of one of my customers.
How's a fellow like you end up bartendering?
Yeah, so you notice that I'm a little off-kilter, huh? Damn if it ain't been a while. I'm too old to run around anymore, but in my heyday, I used to play for the Rangers.
What position did you play?
Position? I don't know. Got hit in the melon a lot, so I ain't the best in the memory department. Actually happened so often it became a specialty of mine.
Getting hit with the ball was a specialty?
Yep. Ernest the Bean Padilla, they called me. At least I think that's what they called me. League leader in hit by serves 2 years in a row. Folks started competing to see how many times they could hit me in a match. Called it quits not long after that. Ain't safe to take that many blows to the head.
No, it's not. So you moved to Eridanos after your playing days ended.
I came out to coach the Rangers during training camp, but after a while, I had trouble remembering which player was which. Slug lets me bartend instead of recommending me for early retirement, for which I'm most grateful. I'd hate lying around like a deadbeat.
Sounds like you enjoyed your career. Don't see a lot of that in Halcyon.
Absolutely. I know things can get rough, but I've had a more decent life than I've had any right to. Thanks for reliving the old days with me. Anyhow, I think I've talked plenty now. Is there something I can get you?
See what you got on tap. And of course, Spectrum. Hello.
You seen those workers by the orchards? Those smiles are gonna haunt my nightmares.
Yep. What about you?
Sublight Underground takes care of its own.
Well, well, well. Black hole birdie.
What do you want?
You're a black hole birdie, right?
Not so loud! How'd you know it was me?
I'm an inspector, and a damn good one.
Yeah, that makes sense. You must be a good one to sniff me out. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
Incognito.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's kinda neato. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
I don't need you to be clever. Just honest, Birdie.
That I can do. What do you want to know? So, how do I help?
What were you doing the night Helen died?
I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers.
What?
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
Blootered, half shot, void lush, on the Byzantine swizzle. Starry. 1 bit down, 3 bits up, spread across the spectrum. Top heavy. Should I go on?
What?
Drunk, Captain.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
Where did you go?
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow. There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
So the woolly cow on the VIP floor was your doing.
Oh, wow! That's real clever of you to figure out. Helen would have liked you, I'd wager. Say, is the cow okay?
Do I look like a woolly cow, Doctor, to you?
Oh, I don't like to assume things about folks from how they look. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, 'cause I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
Could anyone from the pilot house back that up?
I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief.
Huh. Why do you think she couldn't get it herself?
I don't know. I didn't ask. On account of she asked me in a note sent to my hotel room. Paper usually ain't too chatty. That's a joke.
Don't quit tossball, Birdie.
Helen thought I was funny. I found the data pad at the weather station, like Helen said, but then a guard found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
You sure this guard couldn't ID you?
Real sure. It was dark as night gets. Plus, I've got small veins. Anyway, I didn't much feel like trying to explain why I was out there, or why I was drunk, and holding someone else's data pad, and also maybe crying a little, so I booked it. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
Did anyone else see you that night? Then card. Anyone. Anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, no. Nope. No one else.
I would have to be dead to realize that's not a lie.
Can we pretend I didn't mention that? I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
Birdie, I want to help you, but my partner here, he isn't so patient. And oh boy, when Sam flies off the handle...
Let Sam help you get a handle on murdering germs. Whether through incineration, vaporization, pulverization, or electrostrangulation, Sam kills it all.
Did that automech just call me a germ?
Preparing high-powered acid spray sanitary dispenser for firing.
Now, Sam, you hold on. This guy's gonna cooperate, right? I told you.
All right. Jeez. Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
Your bookie, murderous confidant, secret paramour with whom you're having a torrid affair?
Confidant is like confidence. What's torrid mean?
Who's Auric, Birdie?
Don't get the wrong idea, okay? Auric's not a bad guy. He's just got an unusual job. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Isn't that a beer you're drinking?
Oh, I mean the hard stuff. Beer doesn't count. Anyway, you ought to take Helen's data pad. Maybe you'll have better luck understanding her notes. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
There's still a gap in your timeline, Birdie. Not sure a blackout will cut it.
I know that. But you gotta believe me. I would never hurt Helen, no matter how drunk I was. You could preserve me in Spectrum Brown and I wouldn't even look at her funny. I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
I can't let a suspect be part of the investigation.
I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else?
A few more questions.
What do you want to know?
What's it like being a famous salsa player?
Tossball was, is, and always will be the greatest game in the universe. And I would give it up in a heartbeat to have Helen back.
About Auric West.
Yeah?
Where can I find him?
Auric hangs around the spaceport most days. Since he's not here at the bar, he's most likely over by the buy-up bunks at the shipping yard.
Okay.
Yeah?
What's his deal?
Oryx's a businessman. He sells stuff you can't get elsewhere. You know, alternative stuff. We're talking sort of science, crockery, whole supplements.
Do you mean holistic supplements?
Probably. I can never remember. I just know I trust Oryx more than I do any sawbones. Maybe putting effort accelerators in your body isn't always the right call, you know? Maybe there are other options. Maybe I don't take all the accelerators Rizzo's pushes on me.
Ah. Okay, I get it. You want to keep your fringe medical opinions on the down low.
People get worked up about this kind of thing is all. Not that my personal business should be any concern of theirs. Yeah?
Now that's true. Something else.
What do you want to know?
We're going to talk about Helen.
What about her?
She have any enemies?
Rival actresses, maybe? I don't know too much about the motion picture industry. Except for Helen's pictures, obviously. Those I probably know by heart. Seen them about 100 times each.
You ever seen about, someone that kind of looks like me? New star on the rise. Maverick Johnson's new A-lister? No? Yeah, whatever. Why'd you break up?
I wish I knew. Must have been something I did. At the picnic, Helen just kept saying she didn't want to drag me into her world. Maybe one of the higher-ups in motion pictures was giving her trouble over us? I don't know. I tried to understand, but I don't.
What was your relationship with her like?
Look, you and me, we both know I'm a big, dumb tossball star, right? That's what I'm good at. Rizzo's knows it. The fans know it. Helen, she saw me as more than that. She saw someone who had more to offer than big muscles and a signature black hole stomp. Being with Helen was magic. She was magic. There ain't good enough words for something as special as what we had together.
Yeah. Before I hurl,
what do you want to know?
That's enough. Don't leave town. Crying out loud. Yeah, big dumb jock, blah, blah, blah.
If your registered SAM unit does not wake after entering rest mode in a substandard lodging rental facility, consult Manual 72-HB3.
Hello.
Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
Maybe I am.
Then maybe I'm your guy. The name's Oryx. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff.
Amazing.
I know.
This is illegal.
Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Yep, I noticed as much.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
What kind of alternatives do you sell?
What do I sell? I've got premium shit, my friend. Vitamins like you wouldn't believe. Calcium, vitamin D, reverse vitamin D. I got everything, my friend. You got stress problems? I got stress solutions. Aromatherapy. Eases the mind. Diluted mantisaur essence. Best kept secret in the business. And if you're a real freak, techniques to calm yourself by fooling your own mind. If they can tame the rage of a certain well-known tossball star, they can help anybody.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you some questions about Bertie Holcomb.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
I'm a freelance inspector brought in to investigate the death of Halcyon Helen.
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
I'm not here to bring you any trouble. Just want to talk.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Bertie. So what?
Heard you taught him some breathing techniques.
Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
How do you know him?
He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantis or essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
What for?
He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. And then you throw in playing tossed ball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
What do you mean tossball does things to the head?
Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart.
Okay. Was Birdie with you the night Halcyon Helen was killed?
Yeah. Damn shame about that. Birdie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
Jeez, you're good. Oh my God. Can you be my doctor? That's all for now.
What can I do you for?
Can I get you? No, that's it. Oh, I thought I'd get some calcium. Hey.
You one of the new workers? A lost tourist? Wait, I don't care. Just don't knock anything over.
Got a couple questions for you.
Hey, if it meant I could ignore my work, I'd let you talk to me about sprat reproductive practices. Ask away.
How do you manage the shipping yard?
This terminal makes it pretty easy to match a ship's cargo to its manifest. If it ain't on the terminal, then it's someone else's problem.
So bad about managing a bunch of cargo?
Nothing. I just hate working.
Okay.
Figured it wouldn't last. Anything else?
Nope. Nothing at all.
All right, but I got my eye on you. What?
Entering quiet mode.
Shipping manifest. Manifest Rat King. Ship the Rat King. Mills Cassidy Dash Whitlock. 17 crates unmarked, 2 canisters of cacao milk, 1 package unmarked and wrapped in brown paper. All contents moved to shipping yard. Package was placed in container 2443 for safekeeping. Okay. Nanner Spanker 258. The Nanner Spanker 258. 8 Rizzo's employees' names withheld. 14 crates of Rizzo's confectionaries of beverages. 3 sets of security armor. 20 sun batons used. Moved to Slug Warehouse. Crew was most likely lost, mistakenly landed at Slug territory. Should their captain turn asking about the supplies, ask if you don't know what they're talking about. The sublighter, Captain Leora McDervish, 2 shipping mechanicals. McDervish. 6 crates of weapon, 2 crates of medicine. Sent her back with spectrum enough to drown most of Fallbrook. Ah, yes. McDervish over there. Okay. Okay. Paint was a little light. Talk to the boss about it.
Why, it's the inspector. Good on you, making a proper entrance.
Oh, hi, Cedric. Wait a minute. Halcyon Helen commits regicide. Some hours had passed since Helen's entry into the dissident hideout. She had fought no small number of slugmen, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is where Harry dies. Okay, so how are you doing?
You would not believe how many times that ladder's come in handy. Why ladders do not come standard in all offices is completely nonsensical. Now then, here for my alibi, I assume.
First, I want an explanation for that nonsense outside.
Another murder? Drunk Raptidons? Black Hole Birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing.
I had a run-in with some slug agents.
Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
How did thugs get their hands on slug gear?
Slug uniforms do seem to go missing from the hotel laundry with impressive regularity. Easy enough for someone to nick a few. Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you?
Well, whoever's behind this cleverly wants to pit me against Slug.
Right again, Inspector. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you?
Gosh, could it possibly be the administrator? How dumb do you think I am?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult your intelligence. I'm used to working with Lou, you see? I hope you won't hold it against me. So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector. With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder.
Damn right I do.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
And where would I find Elliot Nesser to verify that?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe it dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people.
Come on, Cedric, I'm trying to clear you of murder here.
And I appreciate that, Inspector. The fact of the matter is, I know I didn't kill Helen, and I trust you fully and completely to find whoever did. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
Bet you make a killing selling tickets to her funeral.
Why, Inspector, that's terrible. Besides, given how long she was likely to live and continue working, the math doesn't work out. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I've a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
Oh, here we go. Take it the guy you tortured wasn't the source of your missing cargo, then.
Oh, Elliot stole from me, all right. Alas, you're right in that his was a singular isolated incident, and as such, does not resolve a concerning broader trend. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
What's the connection to Helen's murder?
I'm not sure. I'm only confident there is one. That the thefts began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in happenstance, Inspector. I do not trust it.
I guess I can't guarantee the theft isn't related to the
I
murder.
certainly wouldn't take that bet. Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads. Me, scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
I'll say this once. Whoever's behind this is going to jail, not to you.
You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted? But certainly, whatever you say. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her. No, I'm joking. If she won't cooperate, tell me and I will shoot her. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account.
Before I get started,
Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
why does Ludovico hate you so much anyway?
The original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused.
And now he regrets doing business with you?
An excellent deduction, Inspector. Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted Sublight to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
That can't be it, can it?
My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger.
Nurturing a grudge is an ugly thing. You should make peace with him.
Alas, I can't. I am, first and foremost, the head of Slug, and it simply wouldn't be good for business. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business.
Why do you care so much what the board thinks?
Because one day soon, Sublight will obtain a seat on it. Meanwhile, our dear
think so hard on
administrator
that
is
one.
still laser-focused on old slights, which can be a nuisance. He's grown increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late, convinced we're involved in less than legal business opportunities.
Which of course you are.
I wish I could wink, but it always looks like I have something caught in my eye.
More questions about Helen.
Very well.
Did you have any dealings with Helen?
A few. Helen was strangely curious about the private business operations around Eridanos. She said it was role research, but how much business know-how does one actor truly need for an action picture? I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. She wanted to buy in bulk.
That didn't strike you as suspicious?
That she bought in bulk? Not particularly. It takes time to learn to use tools like that deftly.
Not really.
I wonder, did she run out of time in the end?
You know more than you're telling me.
I might. I just might. Your point, Inspector?
I've already made it.
Yes, I suppose you have. Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to see you still around for the grand finale, whenever it comes, whatever shape it takes.
If you didn't kill her, any idea who'd want her dead?
That is the question, isn't it, Inspector? Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere crime of passion? Or one of petty career jealousy?
I'm not here to play games, Cedric.
Good. That's good, Inspector. Because whoever did kill Helen is not going to come forward so easily.
All right, that's all I wanted to know.
One moment, if you please, Inspector. I've answered your questions. I believe it's my turn to ask you a question now. What, or who, made you decide to investigate me?
You're one of Eridanos' major players. It only makes sense.
Understandable. A man of my standing would naturally be tied up in all this, whether he wishes to be or not. Now then, did you need anything else?
Excuse me.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or closed.
That gun on the bottom looks special. Has it been customized?
Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner. Additionally, the plasma rifle sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye.
Let's analyze the fingerprints.
The fingerprints belong to Cedric Kincannon.
Oh, right. Obviously.
Oh, admiring my rifle. Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch. Inspector, To what do I owe the pleasure?
Okay. Myopia in one eye. Okay. Why do you have a bucket in your... Never mind, I'm not going to ask these people. Hello.
I'm busy.
Yeah, you look it.
What the?
Am I really that sneaky? Okay. Really wasn't worth it.
This unit has located the origin of all filth in this area, targeting upper levels of the Harbor Master's building for extreme sanitation.
Relax, Sam. Now, where's that...
Alarming levels of slime and grime are being stored in these non-regulation containers. Recommended solution? Incinerate the entire lot.
Alright, so security's over here, so let's just visit security before... There we go. Ah. Wait for docking procedures to finish, including ship capping wire their docking fee, greet the captain of the docked ship, request their docking fee, charge double the docking fee, okay, if they're a repeat visitor. Retrieve cargo manifest, tariff on each piece of cargo, wow. Extortion. Charge double if captain was surly. Counter complaints for any reason, call slug fixers. Offer cargo insurance for 5,000 bit fee. Notify slug fixers to rearrange their cargo later. Retrieve loading mechanicals to move cargo. Okay. That was it? Okay. All right, here we go.
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector. Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in.
Well, that's cool.
Have a look around, sir.
Is Fight Night still on then?
Timeline discrepancy.
Good thinking. Now we can get the drop on.
The biology of this sprat is highly unusual. This sprat has been in contact with multiple parasites, yet shows no symptoms of infection.
Well, they do have a highly adaptive immune system.
An excellent point, Inspector. The unique immunological biological subsystem found in sprats is advantageous in fending off parasites, pathogens, and other biological threats.
Nyoka, any idea what's going on with this sprat?
Sprats are hardy little shits. Their immune system fights off pretty much everything.
Why is it so big?
A cursory analysis of this organism's anatomy suggests it was bred deliberately for its unusually large size.
Why would anyone want an unusually large sprat for?
Based on slug records of board-issued punitive sanctions against sublight salvage and shipping, this sprat is most likely intended for cage fighting.
Oh, interesting. Cage fighting.
Why's this hidden away? Gambling ain't illegal, right? If it is, that's a stupid law.
Well, probably not on work hours, Nyoka. Hey.
Isn't she just the cutest? Her name is Sheila. Say hello, Sheila.
Hi, Sheila.
Purpleberry Punch is her favorite. Isn't that right?
Oh, you people.
Attacking!
You have a sprat problem.
Why'd Helen have to go and die in our hotel? We don't need that kind of notoriety.
Very sympathetic of you.
I didn't even know they made Raptidon erotica.
Ah. Okay.
Ooh, fragile.
Jesus.
Inspector.
Hello.
Sublight Underground takes care of its own.
Ella Tinsley?
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing. Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a suspect?
I call it clues in a case. Is the best part of my job.
Case. Just like a real inspector. Right, so the missing cargo. How can I help your investigation?
What's the culprit been stealing?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense.
That's true.
I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black? Ugh. Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice Saber, full stop?
That is. Sounds like our perp's not fencing the stolen goods.
Yeah, probably not. No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice Sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder.
I see what you mean about there being not a pattern.
Well, I'm no inspector. If there is one, I'm sure you'll find it.
Who has access to the cargo?
Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure, it's probably getting lost in the shipping yard. As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager, he told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo.
Oh, well maybe there's a problem with the automechs.
Could be. Those things'll break if you so much as look at them funny. That's Benton's area, but don't bother asking him for help. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead.
Hard to argue with that.
Yeah, especially when he kept shouting, "Dead people can't hear anything," at me. On the bright side, I'm sure the dead won't mind if you decide to check those loading automechs out yourself. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined.
Oh, damn. That's enough.
Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to access my terminal, so I had a spare keycard made. It's all yours.
Anything on there I should know about?
Oh no, I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal. Nah, I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing though, if that helps any.
It's very good. I like you, Ella. You got a nice sense of humor. Okay, it happened again. Pen, soda. I'll never understand where you get the energy to care about this shit, Tinsley. I don't know what to tell you. Pretty much the only ones handle cargo, the automatic mechanicals. Yeah, they're just... Help you with exact justice. Yeah, that's all it is. It's probably a malfunctioning auto mechanical. Ella, tell whoever snuck over to the shipping yard and messed with the loading automechs to go to hell, will you? Damn, I'm gonna hardcore go around myself. Okay. In that case, there must be a problem with the automechs. I'll swing by and see one besides you. Haha. Okay. It's a little funny to see an automech dance. Not my fault they're so damn easy to hack. Seriously, a primal could do it. Is she having fun? Spencer Woolrich. I'll tell him. I'll tell him that someone stole pictures of him. He'll be so pleased.
Detected nearby. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
Short-range transmission capabilities. The receiver must be somewhere nearby.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location.
Moo.
Poor woolly cow impression transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
How long has this been here?
Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface.
Examine the dust.
98.3% of the dust particles are less than 500 micrometers in diameter.
If most of the dust isn't even visible to the human eye, then this device cannot have been here long.
That is highly likely, Inspector.
All right.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
Oh, I was going to tell you.
Inspector. Very well.
All right.
All right. The original...
Separate.
What? No. Law, no. Why in the architect's name would you think that? Our combative relation had Lou wanted Rizzo's lose and it... Still technically visible to the human eye, but it was all perfectly legal too. My power such as?
All right, well...
Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational at 99% power. Please designate the cargo to be transported and its destination. How can this automechanical assist you?
I'm here to look at your data logs.
Certainly. Access panel is now unlocked.
Well, let's disable the failsafe.
Failsafe successfully disabled. Kill mode deactivated.
What's this
Ejecting
one?
data log 17C.
Alright, looks like this automech has instructions to skim rando cargo every 1 to 4 days. Shipment 6875. That's curious. What was in shipment 6875?
Apologies. This unit does not have access to cargo inventory lists.
Alright.
Unit entering standby mode. Have a nice day.
Huh. He'll reboot. He'll reboot. Come on, reboot. Come on, guy. Reboot. Maybe Pavardi didn't show me the right way. Oh, she did. Or, you know, I didn't pay too much attention. Alright. Hey, Chan.
You one of the new workers? A lost tourist?
No, no, no. I got a couple questions
Hey, if
for
it
you.
meant I could ignore my...
Hello.
Don't think I know you. What do you want?
I like boneless spratwurst.
Yep, that sure is the passphrase, even if it is dumb as hell. What's Dash's plan?
I'm your mark for item retrieval. Tell me what you know and where I'm going.
You're looking for cargo from our ship, the Rat King. Small package, wrapped in brown paper. It got moved to the shipping yard, but I'm not completely sure where.
Small package brown paper? I already have something like that. This it?
It is. Never heard of a freelancer getting a package before it's even asked for. You wouldn't also happen to have the key to my cell, would you? Huh, figured that would be too convenient. Anyway, next step is bringing that package to Joseph Dempsey. He runs the Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry.
What'd you do to get arrested anyway?
This is gonna sound a little stupid, but I got a thing about mechanicals. Don't like the way they move or the sounds they make. Gives me the creeps. I was drinking with Dash in the cantina when a funny-looking one trotted up beside us. Seemed like it was some kind of monster, so I started yelling, banging on it. Don't know what happened next, but I think it involved another mechanical. I passed right out then, and when I woke back up, I was here. Not the most graceful thing I've ever done.
I get it. I'm like that with mantisaurs. So, got the cargo. What's next?
No complications? Grand. The recipient is Joseph Dempsey. He runs the Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry.
All right, when delivery coming up?
Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit. Please explicate your defense into this unit's recording equipment.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrap Heap. You probably just scanned it wrong.
Error. Unit's permit reading equipment was updated only last week. Please tell a different lie.
Tell a different... You're a mechanical. You ain't got the foggiest idea whether I'm telling the truth or not.
Correct. Criminal. However, Constable Keene has decreed that this unit will remain here, questioning you every minute until you submit a confession. Error. Information on recent exchange lost. Restarting conversation. Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit.
You know what? My permit was fake after all. Let me out of here.